Yeah, Hondata is an interesting one because that's like where Brent got into all of his hot water, was like
Yeah, he got into
selling
some.
those.
I think that's what the lawsuit or the fine was all about, was because a Hondata is a factory ECU that they put a chip onto, so it's like tampering with factory equipment essentially.
Yeah. So he got what, like $30,000 in fines from that deal or something?
I think it was like an $18,000 fine or something. I don't remember.
That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard much about.
I think he's still dealing with it too.
I know, I just haven't heard that much about it. I don't know if maybe I just need to
I
pay
don't know if it's a
attention
good
to
or
him a
bad
little
thing,
more.
but I've heard like the EPA talk going down lately. I don't know if that means they're backing off some or they're like, I don't know where that's headed.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I haven't really heard many people talk about it, but
Because like last year, it was, you're hearing it from every shop. Watch out, EPA is coming. They're going to shut you down.
I wonder
All
if
the
that's
diesel guys
because
pulling out.
SEMA PRI kind of slowed down on their push to it because maybe they've backed off thinking, like, I feel like maybe they thought, oh, like, we actually can't do anything. So they slowed down with their push because why keep waving the flags around and drawing attention to something that you can't actually fight effectively?
Yeah.
That's my worry, is like, did they stop promoting what they're doing because they've realized they've kind of lost?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know Turn 14 is doing a lot of fighting on their own as well, which is cool to see.
Yeah, if anyone's going to put up a fight, it's those guys.
They have a lot of money invested into inventory they need to sell.
It's just such a big industry that I don't know where it's going to go in the future. Like, do you think how long do you give it until every car is self-driving on the road to where you can't drive your car?
To where
Unless
you
it's
can't drive your car. I don't know. That's a scary thought. I don't really ever see us at a
because
point
I feel
where
like when it comes, it's gonna come in like a few years. Like I feel like it's gonna be like a few year transition, and all of a sudden we're not allowed to drive cars without self-driving anymore.
So if they did like a test, like they had like a city and every car in that city was self-driving and they could tell that they lowered accident rate 80%.
Even if it was 20%, which
Yeah.
with hundreds of thousands of deaths a year, they're saving 10, 20,000 people.
But you would have to prove it in that proof to even like get me to consider it, because if you're going to try to push something that doesn't have like real world data, it's
like
going to be
I
tough.
obviously don't want it to happen, but
No, I enjoy driving my car.
yeah, no, I love driving Wago here, exhaust out the hood, but at some point it's just they keep pushing it farther and farther, and the data is going to show that most accidents are going to be caused by human error. At some point that transition is going to become very clear, because even in my Tesla Plaid, I'll be like slightly distracted, not paying attention. And like if I drift off the road at all, the steering wheel will just correct me. It'll go doo 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 and just turn for me and keep me going straight. And the better and better that technology gets to where the cars can drive themselves, which they're like getting so close.
Yeah.
It sucks because I feel like they're gonna make that call to where we need to push this.
Yeah, like it's too dangerous.
Yeah, it's too dangerous.
These people
all
are
you freaking cavemen out there
too stupid.
crashing into each other.
Yeah, we can't trust the American people to drive themselves to work anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna be for our safety.
Yeah, everything's
quote unquote for your safety.
Everything's always
for your safety.
for the safety of the people. Yeah, man, that's a scary thought. But then like, how do you do that though? Because I guess the push to fuel efficient vehicles does that pretty well, because California is going to eliminate gas powered vehicles by 2035 or something, they said. Like no gas vehicles at all on the road. So once you do that, you're already forcing people to have to buy new cars, because
it's like it's already coming without even.
If you have an old
sudden,
car,
but they're basically saying it's coming, and if their incentive is to push electric cars in the future, all new electric cars are going to come with self-driving, because if I'm buying a brand new car and I could get a Tesla that drives itself, obviously the competitors' cars are also going to include the self-driving AI software, and I'm just saying there's going to be that transition to where if enough people do get electric cars that are self-driving, they're just going to see 1 year, like, damn, none of these self-driving cars caused any of these accidents, essentially. It's all human error. So now we have the power to make them all self-driving. We got to push this out there.
Yeah, I
Kind
wonder,
of just like how every car needs a seatbelt.
will it not even have a steering wheel at some point?
Yeah, that I don't. Who knows?
That would be really crazy. I heard Elon Musk say, like, we basically don't even need seatbelts in most new cars
I
now.
heard that.
Because they're so safe anyways that, like, the seatbelt just kind of, like,
I still
doesn't
don't
really
fully
do
like.
much.
I understand his concept. Like, you don't need it, but I think it will always be there because it's
Yeah.
one of those things that's simple, and still would adding the seatbelt on top of the airbag would just like even double that safety.
I mean, there's still
if you're
ashtrays.
if you're in a rollover somehow,
Yeah.
even if all the airbags go off, I would rather have a seatbelt on than not. So
For sure. I mean, there's still ashtrays on airplanes. So talk about things that are useless.
well, I think it might have been him that said it, but back when they started making elevators automatic, when you just hop in an elevator and push a button. Before that, in like, I don't know if it was like the 1930s, I could be way off, but somewhere around there, elevators were manual and you had to get a person, like what floor do you need to go to? And they had a conductor and he would like manually take you up each floor. And then
it's kind of fun.
when they got rid of the elevator driver, people would freak out. They're like, I don't trust that thing. It's going to like fall or something. You're not taking me to the right floor. And now us growing up as kids when we see it when we're a young kid and that's just what we're accustomed to, it doesn't even seem weird to us. So right now, the generation being born, coming into self-driving cars 30, 40 years from now, they're going to look at people who drove stick shift cars like, damn, that was a wild time.
Yeah, there's not going to be any stick shift cars. It's wild how safe elevators are. When do you ever hear of people like dying in an elevator?
It's usually
pretty much never.
The only thing that happens is they usually get trapped.
Yeah, but they usually get them out. Like those
Yeah.
things are freaking extremely safe. I've heard somebody talking about that. They're like, if like 0.1% of, planes were crashing, you'd be very nervous.
Yeah.
But like the percentages are so low on things like that, especially like on planes. Like freaking air travel is so safe now.
It is so safe, and that's like one of those things. If you just gave everyone if you gave everyone a jumbo jet and an experimental pilot's license, you're gonna have a lot more issues.
It's fine.
So
Yeah, I think we're a long ways off from like flying cars,
yeah, I don't know if that'll ever be a thing.
even though I know so many people that fly helicopters around now.
If anything, it might be like some sort of drone, like some four-bladed single-person taxi. That could be possible, but I still see so many issues with that.
Yeah, especially like battery technology to carry a
One dude's
person.
gonna suck up a bird and go through someone's living room, and then that's over.
Yeah, I don't think I trust most people flying around over me. I don't trust most people driving next to
I'm
me.
okay with like the Amazon drones and stuff delivering.
Those are
They're
fun.
trying to push that. That's okay.
Did you
That's
see?
cool. Our
did you
Walmart
see
by
what-
our house has a delivery drone.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did
we
you
haven't got
see-
to use it yet, but we're like right on the edge of their how far they can go. So we want to try it.